Look at me and my brother, and I remember my parents telling him that this is a land of opportunity and you can grow up to be president. They never told me I could grow up to be president.
I just didn't want to be told that I couldn't play with the boys.
They hadn't seen a woman standing behind the podium at the White House before. At the State Department, yes, but not at the White House.
There weren't a lot of women. There weren't a lot of women running. There weren't a lot of women candidates. There weren't campaign managers. There weren't women funders.
To see the number of Secretary of States that we've helped to elect and now see some of them running for U.S. Senate, that's a huge growth.
I'll never forget the sense of, we're changing the world.
I was really glad I had Emily's List support because I knew I had thousands of women all across the country who were standing there with me, and we're going to fight for this seat.
When someone tells you no, you can't do it, you work harder, you work faster, you work more strategic, and I think that's what Emily's List is also doing for many women, and they did it for me.
And when we have a seat at the table, there is change, real change. That's Emily's List.
Girls growing up now see everything from, women governors, women in the U.S. Senate, women in the House and Senate. It's not novel anymore, and we live in a very different world today, in large part thanks to an organization like Emily's List.
We still constantly have to battle for reproductive health rights, and we see that all the time in the medical world, where a lot of women don't have access and insurance companies aren't covering certain procedures that are medically necessary and important for our patients.
If it wasn't for Emily's List, I probably wouldn't have my job now, and I don't know what I would be doing.
And Emily's List sort of does that, pushes you to do things that you don't always see in yourself that you're capable of doing.
Emily's List is so important in getting pro-choice women into office.
Without Emily's List, I think there'd be a huge void in Democratic politics. I think a lot of folks would miss out on the opportunities to learn about politics, to learn about fantastic women all across the country who are doing amazing things.
Emily's List is a big, strong organization, and they go in and they get stuff done. And I love that.
This is not about creating opportunities for a few women. It's about changing the world.
Kick-ass work.
Your rights, your issues, your priorities.
Daughters and nieces and workers and sisters.
Changing in the face of power.
The voice that a lot of us don't have.
Never blink and never say die and never step away from the fight.
I know one day our country will elect a woman as President of the United States. And when it happens, whenever it happens, it will be in no small measure because of the work of
Emily's List. Emily's List.
Emily's List.
Emily's List.
Emily's List.
Emily's List.
Emily's List.
Emily's List.
Emily's List.
Emily's List.
Emily's List.
Emily's List.